Benny and Bella, the best of friends.
Benny was a puppy. He was small, round, and very fuzzy. Benny loved to sleep. Snore, puff, snore, puff. He lay curled in a soft blue ball, dreaming of squeaky toys. Benny was not alone in the house. In the kitchen, where the floor was yellow and shiny, lived a cat named Bella. Bella was sleek, white, and very fast. She was not sleeping. Bella was playing. Swish, whack. She swatted her favorite fuzzy red ball across the smooth floor. Suddenly, the fuzzy red ball rolled out of the kitchen and into the living room. Bump! It hit Benny's soft blue bed. Benny woke up. He opened one sleepy eye. He saw the red ball. Then he saw Bella. Bella stared at Benny. Benny stared at Bella. This was the first time they had ever really looked at each other. Benny stood up. He wanted to know what this white creature was. He took a tiny puppy step forward. Bella was fast, remember? She did not know what this brown fuzzy thing was. Boing! She arched her back and puffed up her tail. She made a funny noise. Hiss! Benny was surprised and took a step back. The two little animals watched each other. Benny did not chase Bella, and Bella did not run away again. They sat very still on the soft green carpet. Slowly, Benny's little tail began to twitch. Wag, wag. He wasn't scary. He wanted to play. Bella saw the wagging tail and her own tail relaxed. She sat down and looked at the red ball. Maybe this fuzzy brown thing was okay after all. The next morning, a bright blue butterfly flew past the big window. Flutter, flutter. Benny saw it. Bella saw it too. They both ran to the window. Benny stood on his back legs and barked at the butterfly. Yap, yap. Bella stood next to him. She didn't bark, but she batted her paws at the glass. Tap, tap. They were both watching the butterfly together. They were a team. A bit later, they decided to go explore the big green garden. Benny ran fast. Zoof! He was all clumsy and floppy. Bella ran fast too, but she was smooth and quiet. Zip! Benny stopped to sniff a big yellow flower. Sniff, sniff. Bella stood on a smooth gray rock and looked around like a queen. They found a very interesting spot behind the garage. There was a big pile of dry, crunchy brown leaves. Benny looked at the leaves. Bella looked at the leaves. Then they looked at each other. 3, 2, 1, jump! They both dove into the pile. Crunch, crunch, crash. Leaves flew everywhere. It was the best game ever. They played in the leaves until they were covered in brown bits. Puff, puff. They were tired. But just as they were thinking about a nap, they heard a low growl. Growl. They spun around. It was a strange brown animal on 4 wheels. It was small, but it looked scary. Vroom! It had tiny red eyes and was coming right at them. Bella was very brave. She jumped in front of Benny. Hiss! Benny jumped up and barked his biggest puppy bark. Yap! Yap! The monster stopped. It made a funny whirring sound and then just sat there. It wasn't a real monster. It was just a silly toy truck. The two friends looked at the toy and began to breathe easily again. That was enough adventure for one day. They went back inside to the cozy room with soft green walls. The big sun was setting, making the whole room orange and warm. Bella curled up in Benny's soft blue bed. Benny curled up right next to her. Purr, purr, snore, puff. They were safe, warm, and very sleepy. They were best friends. The next afternoon, Benny and Bella were back in the sunny garden. They went to the big pile of leaves. They wanted to jump again. Crunch, crunch. But wait, where was the garden? It was gone. Everything was white. It was soft, cooled, and wet. It was snow. Benny took a step and sank deep into the white softness. Bork! He looked scared. Bella saw Benny. She knew what to do. Cats are very good at moving on tricky things. Hop, spring. Bella did not sink. She stepped softly on top of the snow. She walked lightly around Benny. Then she looked at him and meowed. Benny tried again. He used his big puppy paws like snowshoes. Plod, plod. He was moving. He followed Bella's little paw prints. Bella led Benny across the white garden. Suddenly, whoosh, a cold wind blew. The red fuzzy ball, Bella's favorite toy, was blown right into a big slippery puddle of frozen water. Oh no! Bella was too light to get it. She would just slide. Benny did not know how to swim in ice water. Benny had an idea. He was fuzzy and round. He sat down hard at the edge of the ice. Thump. Then he used his back legs to push. Scoot, scoot. He began to slide across the ice like a brown furry boat. Whee! He slid right up to the red ball and grabbed it in his mouth. Benny was stuck on the other side of the ice. It was too slippery to walk back. Bella knew how to help. She ran and found a long, strong green stick. She pushed one end of the stick onto the ice to Benny. Benny bit the stick hard. Then Bella pushed forward. Slide, scoot. Benny was back on the snow. They were safe. They were very wet and very cold. Their paws were freezing. Brr! They ran as fast as they could to the big back door. It was closed. Bella tried to jump up and turn the handle. Clack, slide. She missed. Benny tried to push the door with his nose. It was stuck. They were still outside. The cold wind blew harder. Benny started to cry. Whine. Bella did not cry, but she felt very small. They knew they had to be brave. Benny snuggled against Bella to keep her warm. Bella put her soft tail around Benny. They had each other. Suddenly, the big back door opened. Creak! A big warm light spilled out onto the snow. A kind hand reached down. Benny and Bella were lifted up, up, up into the warm air. Whew! They were inside. Benny and Bella were dried with a soft towel. Then they were given 2 warm, cozy bowls of food. They ate, crunch, crunch, lap, lap. They felt much better. Benny walked over to his soft blue bed. Yawn. He was so tired. He looked at Bella. Bella was also very tired. She sat in the blue bed. Benny walked over and laid down right next to her. The fuzzy brown puppy and the sleek white cat snuggled together in the cozy bed. The red fuzzy ball was between them. They were safe, warm, and very happy.